Hi, Travis here with digitalmarketingnomad.com. Today I'm coming to show you how to optimize your Google Plus profile to get the best out of Google Plus. So we're going to jump right in here. I have a new account here so I can show you everything that needs to be done. So first off, your name that you're using for Google Plus. Make sure you're using a name that is the same as all your other branding on other social media, blogs, etc. So starting off, we're going to add a profile picture. I highly recommend using a picture of you smiling. We're all about meeting new people, so if you look friendly, the better. So if you haven't done it already, you could click here, upload a photo, or if this box isn't on your profile, if you just go up to the little blue head here, click on the picture, and you can drag or drop or add computer. So we are going to add a picture. So this is going to upload here for a second. Just for better SEO purposes, this might be a little advanced, but if you put your name as the name of the picture, it will help with your Google ranking. And I'm just gonna pause the video and come back once this is done loading. Oh, never mind. Perfect. So you can take this picture, make it how you want. Perfect. Select profile picture. And if you want, you can make it a post to share. I'm not going to do that. But then what you want to go ahead and do is you want to click back on the picture and you want to tag yourself. This is partially for authorship. Google is getting rid of authorship photos, but the concept is still there. So and then you click that. Perfect. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a cover photo. I see a lot of people with this Google Colors. When you go over someone's cover photo and you see this, you know they haven't optimized the profile. So what we're going to go ahead and do is click Change Cover. And you have an option of the gallery. These are ones that Google has created. You can upload. If you have pictures in your albums, you can choose one of those. And you can choose previous cover photos. So we're going to upload. You can upload either a picture or a GIF. And they do use the 16:9 aspect ratio. So we're going to go ahead and choose GIF here just to show you what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and come back once this is loaded. So you can see that this has uploaded. You have this nice moving image. So you can either choose, like I said, picture or a GIF. Moving on to the next step, what we're going to do is go into your profile. And so you click on your About section. And we're going to go through each one of these sections in detail. So when it comes to the people, I highly recommend you showing the people in your circles. You can choose to have it public. You can have it so if you don't want your family and stuff shown, you can take those people out. Or you can do it to just people in your circles. But I do recommend that you do have this just so people see that you are becoming an authority on Google+. But since it's a brand new profile, there is nobody on there. Going over next to our story. Again, with the story, it's important to make sure this is public. Why? Because this is searchable. Your tagline is searchable. The first part of your introduction is also searchable. So make sure this is public to make it better for search terms. So when it comes to your tagline, you want to use 10 words or less. They can be keywords on what you're doing, or it could be a saying or something. So I'm just going to throw something in here. And just a nice little saying. And with the introduction is really cool because you can really customize it. I'm just going to type some stuff here. So we throw something up. Perfect. So what you can do is you can highlight it, bold it, underline, and italicize. This is a really important quote, and this is why I love Google Plus so much, is Google is the #1 search engine, and YouTube is second, which Google owns. So if you ignore Google Plus, Google search will ignore you, by Larry Page, one of the creators of Google Plus. So just to keep that in mind, if you want to spend your time on here or not. I do. I prefer it over other social networks. But moving on, that's my little rant. You can also add links here, so links to your blog, to lead pages. I'd be careful with lead pages though, but if you do, Google doesn't like it that much, so just be careful. And then bragging rights. You can call out some of your success that you've had recently. You don't have to. I see a lot of people making this just for yourself, so no one else will see it. But just for the example here, we are going to throw something in here. Entrepreneur. Okay, so when you're in this window, you can just click on each one to continue to add to each different part of your profile. So we're going to go ahead and click on the work section. So this brings up your work section. Some things to note, your occupation section is searchable as well. And so, again, keep that in mind when filling this in. For example, I like to brand myself because I am a digital nomad. I travel and make my money online. So I would make sure I had that in my occupation. So when someone is searching the word digital nomad, it gives a better chance of my profile coming up, as well as suggestions of people you know on Google. The skills section is not searchable, but you can put in your skills. Don't go overboard. Don't fill 50 different skills. I'd recommend keep it around 5 or less. When it comes to employment, you can put as many as you like. I would put in your current position because that is also searchable on Google+. And so, again, keep that in mind for SEO purposes and to get more people looking at your profile. So I'm just going to close this and scroll down again. Education. So on all of these you see you can edit them individually here. So we're going to go down to education here, and you can fill this in if you like. It is not mandatory. That does not benefit search terms or anything like that. So again, this is your own preference on education. So if you start typing a school, spell today. And you see schools come up. So you can click on it, fill this in, and if you make it current and save, it's going to say that you are attending school. If you're done school, then make sure you don't click current, and then it will save it to attended. So continuing on, places. I recommend putting places you've lived because it helps when, for search terms, again, if I'm looking for someone specifically, right now I'm currently in Mexico City, so if I put Mexico City and I make this current and click save, now if someone's looking for a digital nomad in Mexico City or searching in Mexico for that search term, it will bring me higher up in those ranks. You can add, again, other cities you've been to. So I am from Vancouver, and we're going to save this. So what it's going to do is now it shows the place I've been. So you don't have to worry about them pulling your exact address. If you want to put your zip code in, you can, but I do cities of where I've been for a long period of time. Going over to basic information, you can have this public or not. I have nothing to hide, so I use this for networking. And now you guys know how old I am, and I am single. So we're going to save this. There you go. Basic information. There's no benefit with SEO with the basic information, but it's nice to have up there. Going down to links, we'll do links next here. So with your links, you can add in custom links. You can connect your accounts if you have Facebook, Twitter, etc. You can link those to here and they will come up. What I recommend, since this is not an account I use except for demos, we're going to add some custom links here. So we'll go like Facebook and www.facebook.com, and you can add these. But what I recommend, if you, let's say I have a blog, so I would use Digital Marketing Nomad. Facebook. So what you can do is you can put in keywords here. It just makes it easier for people to understand what they're going to be clicking on. It will improve your click-through rate to other accounts and websites if they know what they're going to get themselves into by clicking on the link. And we will do just make this quicker. Perfect. If you have a bunch of them, you can rearrange the order of what they show up. So we are going to save this. So it shows you a little Facebook logo. So if this was my personal one and this is my blog fan page, now you know the difference instead of having two that just say Facebook. And again, we can rearrange those how you like. If you made a mistake, you can click on the little pencil. It brings it back up for you to change it. When it comes to contributor 2, make sure you put all the websites that you write on or for. Why this is important is you can have this link to authorship, so Google will know the articles that you write. They are in the process of getting rid of the photos that you have been seeing on Google that someone's written, but they will still be able to see your Google Plus page and how many followers, etc. So highly recommend filling this in, so we will throw something in here, www.digitalnomad. Marketing nomad. And I'm going to copy this into here. And I am a current contributor of this. And make sure this is public as well. You want people to see them. You have no reason to hide your website, so make sure those are public. And with links, you can put anything here. You can put different websites, you can put training, anything you want into the links. And again, you can customize and move them around if you have more than one under each of the topics. And you also see apps with Google Plus sign-in. This one, I personally don't have public. It doesn't matter. It's up to you, personal preference. If you use Google Plus to log into anything, I'll just show you the services that you log into with Google Plus. That's all that's there for. And again, you can click on these all individually and tab through the different places to see what you want to do. And so this is an overview of getting the best out of your profile. I highly recommend filling this all out. The more you fill out, the more interesting you look. And for people that are looking around and they see you and there's nothing filled out, they don't know who you are. So again, just to go over this, your tagline is searchable. So choose your words in there wisely. Choose 10 or less words. Anything longer than that does not affect anything. The first 110 characters of your introduction are also searchable. So again, think what you're going to put in the first part of your words of your introduction. Bragging rights are not searchable. Your occupation is searchable. So what you put in there. And your current employment is also searchable. So I highly recommend those are all fully filled out so you get the full benefit of that. And with places, you can move up the search if you have places filled out. So those are the ones that I would highly recommend filling out completely. But make sure your profile is interesting, because if you don't have it filled out, people aren't going to want to add you. And so I hope this was useful to you. I am in the process of going into a lot more detail on how to get up and running on Google Plus here. So in the next week or two, I will have some more stuff on all the intricate details. I might throw up a webinar if that is something people are interested in. So if you like this video, comment, like below, subscribe. And until next time, this is Travis with digitalmarketingnomad.com.